And it's good. It was 0 when I woke up, so it's warmed up a little. So I hope you guys are warm or cool wherever you're at in the world. I know in the Southern Hemisphere, you're in summer, so you might be like, "Gosh, I wish it was cooler out." But let's get the everything all set up here, and we will get started. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of individuals with huge hearts, great senses of humor. So that is an awesome combination, of course. So welcome to the crew, and just getting everything set up, and we will get into the readings and some other things here. Um, if you're enjoying the free readings, if you would do me a favor and help me out and give the video a little thumbs up, the stream, because it does help spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami. And it's free, which is a great price, but YouTube algorithm loves it and will share my other videos with other people as well, so we can spread all that love. So thank you guys so much for all of you that have done that and are doing that. So appreciate that. Before we get into things, I have kind of introduced a ritual I like to do at the beginning of each of the readings, which is bringing down the unconditional love from the heavens, filling us up and having it flow out to the world. Because when one person does that, that unconditional love energy is so powerful, it transforms a million individuals who are having a lower vibrational experience, more fear energy. So if one of us does it, a million, two of us does it individually, it's a million. But when we do it together, it multiplies. So I'm going to take my beautiful singing bowl here, and so we'll start that, but we'll take a big deep breath if you'd like to join me. And you can do this whether you're watching live or on replay, because this love is outside of space and time, so we can do it all together. So I'm just going to take a big breath, come back to right here. And then as I bang on the singing bowl here, just let that love flow down, fill up your own heart, and then overflow out to the world. And of course, if you're in need of unconditional love in this moment, we send that love to you too. Just take it in like a plant takes in the sunlight from the sun. Let it absorb into your being, your body, wherever you need it. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. I'm just going to move the bowl here back out of the way. Thank you. I feel your love. So thank you guys for doing that. Also, if you're not aware, I'd just like to make sure everyone knows all the free stuff that's available. I did put out a 2024 energy forecast. Here's the link to that. It does cover love, money, career for the entire year. This is the playlist. It's for each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check that out. There's also, it splits out the year into 3 equal sections of 4 months each, has a blessing and what spirit wants you to know for each of those too. So pretty awesome stuff there. And then also, I put out a solstice reading for the December solstice, winter in the northern, summer in the southern. And so there's a pick a card for the solstice for the 3-month period from December 21st to March 21st. And there's also an added little bonus in there where they had readings for each of the individual zodiac signs, too, like one card theme and a little chart that tells about the planets and what each of them kind of rule over our lives, what area of our lives. So if you know your birth chart, you can also go, okay, my moon is in Pisces, so that is going to be what for these 3 months. So I like that too. And of course, December solstice is the introduction of Capricorn season as we move into Capricorn. So happy birthday to all you Capricorn sun babies. There's a pick a card for us all for that period, December 21st to January 21st. But there's a special bonus reading in there for Capricorn sun babies. So if you know a Capricorn, if you're not one, send them that link and say happy birthday from bruddaZEN. So I like that. And then each month I have at least one pilgrimage meditation pick a card where we go visit a special uh like spiritual site on the earth. We have a great meditation. This one was like blew my socks off. And it also has a pick a card with it, so be sure to check that out. And then every other week I either have a new moon alert or a full moon alert. Here was the one from this last week for the new moon, and talks about new moon wishes, and a pick a card for that too. And I do those. So there we go. I think those were the ones I wanted to talk about. If you want a personal reading or a past life reading, also birthday readings, which I just put out here. And thank you, human being, for booking a half birthday reading. So I'm excited and looking forward to doing that for you. So thank you for doing that. And they're half off until the end of this month for everyone else too. I also have a Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also what I call a Wish Upon a Star astro reading, which talks about your 40. You actually get 2 periods of 40 wishes each year. It's your solar and your natal chart, in addition to the new moon wishes we get every new moon. So I go into all those too, and all that information down in the description box of the video below. I also offer a um, YouTube memberships for my YouTube channel. That's also in there. It's the praying mantis level is $7.99 a month, and for that, like after these readings, I'm usually on for about 2 hours. I'll go into a praying mantis member only session for about an hour. And on Thursday nights, not Tuesday, Thursday nights, we have a Q&A for 2 hours too. So we were studying, finding our life purposes and how we can develop ourselves and our spirituality, connect with spirit. We talk a lot about my journey. We talk about just asking questions of spirit. We do readings, we do oracle readings, past life readings, a bunch of things. So if you're interested, the link is down in the description box as well. All right. So that's basically the stuff that we offer. I'd just like to make sure everyone knows that. And we will get into here. So if you are new to these readings, the process is all in the description box of the video too, but I go down in order, first come, first serve, for the free readings down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. You just put your question out there, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. But if anyone makes a donation, I do step outside of the readings. I honor that energy exchange, prioritize those, and I go deeper into those too. I usually pull 1 to 2 cards for the free readings, but I dive deeper in those. So if you want any of those, it talks about how to make the donations in the description box of the video. So we'll get started here. We got the Lost Soul Tarot, which is what we'll be using today. I like this deck, so we'll be looking at that. And I do have a couple donations, so we will start there. All right. So Supernova, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love here. And hello from the other side of the planet. Good evening to you, right? All right. So let's take a look here. You'd like some guidance towards forming connections with others and progressing forward towards your dreams in creative expressions and music. Beautiful. Let's take a look here. What? All right. All right. Cards are flying. Let's see what else. What other advice do you have? All right. All right. So you do have on the bottom of the deck, you have the Justice card here, which is the balancing out of energies. This Ace of Swords that they hold in their hand here. This is the Ace of Swords that connects you to the capital T truths of the higher realm, and this overall energy is just learning the balance. That's one of the biggest things is in forming connections and progressing forward is just questioning and being in the moment and realizing that you've got a lot, like all of us are given a ton of smaller T truths that are rooted in fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. So we have a lot of assumptions that we make as a human because we've been brainwashed so much through conditioning of these, the ways of the world. This is how it all works. And it's become such a habit that it's a reaction. Sometimes we don't feel like we're making a choice. So the Justice card does say, just be aware that every moment, if you can take a step back and question, why do I believe that? Why do I want that? That really helps too with the movement forward in creative expression because there's a lot of the small t truths that kind of hinder and suppress creation because they're like, no, we don't want you to do anything new. We want you to do what we want you to do. So we kind of get suppressed a bit unless we have some great parents who are artists who, push us for expression. But most of the population is like, no, 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 fit in. No, 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 don't do anything too crazy. No, 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 no. And that, is what squelches it. You'd also have the Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. And it just tells you a little bit here, too, with all this, just to trust the process, trust the growth. There's no rush. And I'll go with the flow, allow things to unfold because, nature will take its course. It's like you can't do a whole lot different. You plant a seed, you can't like super will it to like grow, grow, grow. You can give it miracle grow. You can make sure it's watered. You can do the daily things to support your dream and the path, but trying to push it, trying to make it grow and force it is a waste of energy. So it's like, do what you can. There's a great Zen saying, like, it's a chop wood, carry water. So do the daily stuff and things take care of themselves and kind of look at what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And I like that. Let's see what else you got here. Yeah, excuse me for clearing my throat there. But you've got the King of Wands and you've got the Page of Pentacles. This is new opportunities that open up. And they're saying here that your influence is with the King of Wands. They're able to focus their energy like the magician. Whatever you do with your energy in those moment to moment choices that we were talking about, when you look at these, the choices that are made, specifically energetically with the King of Wands, when I focus on my fears and I focus on what I feel is missing, what I fear will come in or not come in, blah, 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 what I hate, I'm growing and feeding all those things and telling the universe, I want more of this, right? We always talk about the little kid going into the pastry shop, and if he points at all the donuts he hates in the little glass case, he gets a dozen of donuts he hates. But if he points at what he loves and what he wants, then he gets dozens of things that he wants in there. And that's what this King of Wands says with this, you know, excuse me, the forming connections with others, progressing forward towards your dream, expressing music. It's all about each moment, that it's like, what am I focusing on? And when I realize I'm focusing on something I don't want to grow, it's not like beating yourself up. It's just a gentle movement into other higher vibrational things. And if you, like all humans, we've formed a habit to focus on our fears and what's not working out, because that's what we're taught as children, praise and punishment. Don't step out of line. You better be paying attention to what you're doing, what's not being done. So we have all this energy that we naturally put into there. But, I always talk about using a phone, reminders all around you, silent alarms, for however often you want to be reminded to go back into gratitude, into the higher vibration is really important. And when you're raising your vibration, your love vibration, you actually draw these things to you. So, like when you're talking about connections, You trust the nudges from inside. So if spirit's saying, go to this, what do they call them? Like festivals. I'm so sorry. Like go to this music festival or go to this, go to that, go to this event. And you're like, I'm going to go. And you feel drawn to go do it. You follow it. And then, that's when things unfold. And, but also when you're raising your love vibration, that's like the beacon that draws in like energies to you. So if you're wanting to draw in like we are talking about drawing in connections with people, you start connecting with yourself, connecting with spirit, and then putting a gratitude saying, I'm grateful that you're drawing the people that are for my best, for my journey. And here they come, right? And so you have that power that comes in here. Yeah, in light with the Knight of Pentacles, you got the Hanged Man. You are transforming like a caterpillar to a butterfly, right? So they're saying trust the process, like that Knight of Pentacles. It's just, see things from a higher perspective, but you're in a period of transformation. You can't rush, or you don't want to rush. A caterpillar, if you rip open a cocoon to get the butterfly out early, it can't fly because the struggle of getting out of the cocoon is creating the wing muscles for the butterfly. So the process is important, to trust it and go with it. And you got the Six of Wands, which is joy and celebration. And here's that equal balanced energy too. But it is victory. And it's like trusting that the universe is kind and that the things are unfolding and moving forward for you. So hopefully that helps with that here, and your dreams and creative expression. It's so much about the energy where we're at. When we're in lower vibrational energy, our creativity is turned really, really down low, very staticky. When we're in higher vibration, gratitude, and that's when we're connected to the creative force, and we do get a lot of that connection there. So that is what they have for you there, Supernova. Sorry, I wasn't reading. I was all into the reading and not reading the chat here. You're right. Damn. Very cool. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. So you're doing all the good things that um bring in the energy that you're wanting. So I love that. Right. So thank you again for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. And then next up, Kritika Sayani. Thank you. Let me give that some love there. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's see your questions up here. So, will your parents accept Anavesh as your future husband and bless both of us on our wedding? Ah, accept the marriage proposal. Will will he get married with our parents' blessing? All right, let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, since we're looking at the future, all we can look at is where is it headed based on the energy of today. And of course, that doesn't mean that energies can't change, but we'll take a look here and see, all right, what I want you to know here. Anything else? All right. All right. Well, I do like the energy in the bottom of the deck. You do have the Eight of Wands. So it's and you do have the Nine of Wands on the bottom too, which you move from this um, fast, and then blocks, fast and block, fast and block. So that's kind of this, things move forward and then halt, and then it's like you hit all the red lights along the way, right? It's like, oh, all right, we got there. Okay, now it's green, and we go up to the next light. Okay, we have to stop there. All right, green. It's like having patience with this is kind of coming through here. Um, but let's see what cards came out here. That was the underlying energy. And let's see what we have here. We have the Queen of Cups. So this is it's a lot like the High Priestess. It's getting in tune with the emotions. Okay. So you've got the Queen of Cups and you've got this Knight of Wands here. Don't know why it seems like the whoever is the I'm so sorry, my voice is trying to go away. We got the Queen of Cups is someone who's very emotional. I kind of almost like this is your mother energy. It's like the father is the Knight of Wands who serves the mother. And so I feel like this is the big influence, and they're the enforcer, right? Of the will here. Let's see what comes in here with this. All right. I like it. We got the Sun card, so this is a very positive card here. And the Strength card here too is the connection with the higher self and finding the inner courage and the strength to move forward. I really like this because both of these are Leo energy, which is very bright, and the higher level of this energy is being seen and standing out and honoring. I feel like what's important to like your parents is the respect, is the process. It's how they're seen, how things appear with this Leo energy coming in here a little bit too. And that's why I feel like they allow things to go to a certain point and then they're like, okay, but now what's going on with this? And they're like, all right, now let's go forward. I feel like there's like, they want to, I don't want to say that they want to show that they're in control, but they need to feel in control. And so they do control things with these like they're controlling those stoplights, right? But it seems very positive here. Um, and we got the Tower card. Here is this, like with the Eight of Wands, sudden things, sudden movement, sudden things to look at. You got the King of Swords here who rolls over the thinking and, you know, belief systems and all of that. And that's what I feel like there's some it's going to require some flexibility on both of your parts on what they want and what will allow it, because it's like there's this, you got all these swords here that this is the obstacle, that there's a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived and cheated people out of things in the past, and so there's this hesitancy just to fully trust and go forward, and that's why there's some things that need to be removed that they will want to remove and change and alter, and that's what's going to be required for them to give like their full blessing. Again, it comes into this little control that comes in here about, well, this is what they feel they very strongly about how things are supposed to be, should be, need to be, and it just requires some flow with all of that, because even on the bottom of the deck with this you have the eight of wands came out, and then the nine of wands, and then the seven of wands. So there's all this energy and movement, and there can be an opportunity for some, you know oh, that's fire energy. It can go into arguments unless um it's approached with, okay, you know there's this honor and respect, and okay, I see where you're coming from, and um what what do you think about possibly kind of compromising a little bit on that and doing this? And they're like, absolutely not. And you're like, okay, all right, well, let's put a pin in that, and we'll come back around to that, and let's talk about some of these other things. And so I feel like that it feels positive. It just feels like a lot of stop and go and stop and go and stop and go and stop and go. And but they definitely want to be in control and not feel like they're being taken advantage of, if that makes sense. So I like that for you, Kritika. It feels positive. It's just which you've lived with your parents forever, so you know what it takes with them, right? You're like, oh yeah, I can tell you. So it's just a matter of getting, your spouse, your future spouse, in the loop going, so this is the game plan. This is what we need to do to move forward smoothly. Otherwise, there's it's going to take a long time to maneuver, but this will be the fastest way, and we might have to make some, give in on some things um at times, but they might come back around, toward the end because they see the respect that's given, they see the willingness, and then they'll reward the willingness by giving in too, which I like. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation there, Kritika. Uh, how fun. All right. And then Asuna-san, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love here. Appreciate that. And then let's see here. Hello, hello. And let me see here. Let me just scroll up here and see if you have not put your question. Just pop it down below and we will jump to it. I'm just going to scroll to make sure it wasn't up here. Ah, there you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You need help. All right. Is it true that there is another girl between you and Ringa? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants to let you know here. So, is there another girl between you and? Let's see what we got here. You know, we've got the overall energy on the bottom. You've got the Queen of Wands, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. I like this energy because this says that, your energy, this is like how they perceive you, this brightness, this, very powerful individual, very connected to spirit. And this tells us, the Wheel of Fortune, that whatever is unfolding, even your humans on board with what the situation is and ends up being here. I don't see like they're not in between. Um, but I feel like there is someone from their past that's been like, um, not it's like they've been trying to get over them and move beyond them, and they just haven't been, helpful in that. Like, they'll text them or, try to pick fights with them and do all this kind of stuff, and they're trying to walk away. We've got the 8 of Cups, which is them leaving behind old emotions that don't serve them anymore. And this 8 of Wands is they're trying to make it fast and, have this getaway from them. But I feel like they are causing the girl, I feel like whoever they were with before is just someone that just revisits and comes back to try to, whenever they're I feel like when this other girl is with someone else, they're they disappear, but when they break up and have difficulty, then they'll lash out and they're like, "I'm gonna." It's like almost like they take out their pain on everyone they've been with before, and they just, you know, their spirits show me like not that they do this, but if they could, they do a group text to all our exes and blah, 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 and just tear them all apart. But she does it individually because she knows how to push buttons and do that. So it's not like she's trying to get back together with them. It's more that she takes out her pain on people. And so if you feel like that there's this thing, it's like they will they're a game player, they'll try to, cause problems between them and other people. So I feel like it's an old, someone that they have been with. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like an ex. But I don't feel like Renga is wants to engage with it. He wants to get away from it, but it's like, how does it's like he'll block her, he'll do this, he'll do that. But she finds ways, like she'll create new accounts or use a friend's phone or buy a new phone or, change numbers. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like I don't know if you ever saw the horror movie Pet Cemetery. It's like whatever what comes back, it's a monster, and they have that. But this is them towards you here. I mean, they like this Queen of Pentacles. You have this nurturing, energy about you, this birthing, this and the Magician card is them. They're very empowered and they feel like they're standing in their power. So I don't feel like there's, that there. I feel like they look at you this way as a nurturer and a powerful individual. So with all of this, I don't feel like there's like someone in, like they're seeing someone else. I feel like they're trying to avoid this other individual. Because two eights, eight of wands and eight of cups is flowing and getting away and fast energy. And it's just like, oh my gosh, how do they keep, um, doing all this? And they don't want to bring that into that. And so if you're like, well, why don't they talk about it? It's like, well, one, they don't want to allow that person's energy to come into your relationship because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to mess up by creating this and all that. And they were just like, it's the same old, and I'm just, yeah, I don't want to deal with this, and I'm not going to. They're trying to end uh, any kind of communication with them, but they keep on coming back like acid reflux. Oh, why go away. But so that's what I feel is coming in here with these cards here, Asuna. So I don't feel like there's anything to um be concerned about. If you feel like, well, why do they feel like they pulled back a little bit? Just that so much emotional energy that they just, it just bubbles up a lot of old bad things between them, right? Yeah, and so if they're like they're just recovering from whatever, blah blah blah, because they know how to push his buttons, and he's like, so if he steps back, he's trying to look and like, how do I dismantle this trigger? Because I don't want them to be able to impact me anymore in the future. So it's a natural reaction to put up shields from anyone. Like their heart goes whoop whoop whoop, danger danger, and you just happen to be outside of all that, and you're like, oh, why am I out here? They're like, sorry, it's everyone gets pushed out when that ignites. So all right, very good. I'm glad that helps. And again, thank you so much for your donation there, Asuna. All right, and I think that's it for the donations right now. So we will let me just double check my email here. Make sure none came through there. Nope, so we're good. All right. So we will scroll to the top here. And we will start off here with Grace 1111. You'll be the first free reading coming in here. I believe so. Let me make sure here. I'm taking a screenshot. It feels like, okay. Very good. Just didn't want to if something weird happened on the chat, but no, it is true. So Grace, you are up first, and you wanted a general reading to see what does Spirit want you to know right now. So let's take a look here and see what is on their mind. All right. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles does have to do with, this is the outside world, and the nine is like a hermit's journey where you're stepping into kind of this garden. You're stepping into this place with Spirit who wants to spend time with you, show you new ways of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world. And this Knight of Wands they're on a quest to see things from a higher perspective here. And so what's happening right now is that you might be kind of drawn or feel like you're in solitary confinement where you're like, why doesn't anyone want to hang out? Why does everyone feel like they're take a step away? Well, it's Spirit and it's your soul. It's them putting a little distance so you have some alone time, some downtime to really question and discover, why do I feel about myself that way? Where does that thought come from? Where does that, belief come from? And I like this because there's this freedom that happens on the other side of it. You have these feelings of independence that come up within you too, where you don't feel as dependent on other people defining you. And there's a lot of freedom that comes with that too. So I like this, Grace. It's a time of being like an invitation from spirit and your spiritual entourage and your higher self just to step back. Let's look at some of these beliefs so we can transform them, because there's freedom and independence and power on the other side of it. So if you feel that, do that. And if you're like the energies of um like, is it journaling, is it you know any kind of meditations or tapping, whatever you can do to get in to then bring those things forward. You have your ways of doing your shadow work and stuff, and now is the time for that. So I like it. All right, that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. And then new love, you're up next. Hello, hello. You want to know, is Peter the one guy or the two guy you saw at the office? All right, let's take a look here. We'll pull two cards and see what comes up. So here's guy number one, and here's guy number two. So guy number one, guy number two. So guy number one is Virgo hermit energy, and this feels like someone that's to themselves. Where the guy number two, with the Queen of Cups, they've got this energy of being very emotionally aware and connected. So where we're asking one or two, I would say that two would, if it's like a emotion that we're seeking, that's the one, would be number two. Number one being the hermit, they're off to themselves. So I would say that number two would have been the individual that you're kind of questioning. So there you go. Easy breezy. All right. And that's what they have for you, new love. So sorry. And then soul searching vibe, you are up next. So soul searching vibe, higher self message. So what does your higher self want you to know right now? All right. That one and that one. Okay. So you've got two major arcana coming in here, and you've got the Tower card and you've got the Justice card coming in here. Sorry, all this brightness. It seems very, very bright in here. It's not that bright in reality. Must be the camera. But so the Tower card here is about things being moved out of your way on purpose, for purpose, to make space for you, to have something that is meant for you to come in and to clear the path. The Justice card with the Ace of Swords and the scales is, really emphasizing that it's what's being removed is a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that does kind of trigger you wanting to change things on the outside. So whatever this has been coming up here in your life, when we have tower moments come in, it's like this time of shaking and rattling and of our life, and if there's like triggers that are happening, circumstances are coming into our life, or we're experiencing it a lot in other people's lives and going, wow, look at all that. We're like, oh, this is for me to transform and change things. And that's what is coming in here. There's whatever this fiery um, type of blocks or whatever feels like there's something that you're just tired of experiencing. It's like it's following him around everywhere. Okay, let me take a look at this. Or it's like a little kid going, "Mom, mom, 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 what do you want?" It's something that's demanding your attention. And so when you do look at it and go, "What do I fear around this? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix?" And then you're like, "Okay, I can I see where this is coming from. I see a higher way of looking at this, and I'm transforming that from a fear belief into a powerful belief." And that opens up things, which I like for you here, because that's what happens with the tower. It opens up space for something new to come in, on clearing things out of the way for your path, so you can move forward towards something that's more in alignment with your higher self. So I like that for you. It's soul searching vibe, and that's what's coming in there for you. All right. And smooth life, you are up next. So you're destined partner searching for you? All right, so I think you're asking, is your destined partner searching for you there? Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Well, you got the King of Pentacles here. And I feel like your destined partner right now is more focusing on developing their outside world. They're trying to get control. The King of Pentacles rules over the outside world. Um, and they're trying to find their worth. They're trying to, and I just feel like there's this energy of like they've been raised that they have to have a solid foundation, like a good job, good education, solid financial home, and have all this set. It's like they have to build the nest before, you know, uh, they, bring in their partner and then lay the eggs, whatever. So I feel like this is what's going on right now is that they're not searching yet because they are trying to get this foundation full. And whenever we get things like that that are coming in, that just is like, okay, while we're waiting, we don't just have to sit in the waiting room going, okay, when are they going to show up? We can be working on ourselves, right? Raising our love vibration, questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are limiting regarding ourselves and love and the emotions that no longer serve us, you know, kind of getting rid of the clutter of the mind, the heart, our energies, and even in our lives and getting preparing for them arriving. And so when we're putting forward that energy and preparing all that stuff, that raises our love vibration, which does speed up bringing each other together. But if we don't, then it's slower in coming to us. So that's what they have for you right now, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. Hey, Mia, thank you so much for your donation. And let me see here. I don't think you've asked a question yet up here. So as soon as I see your question, we will pop down and answer that for you. But just for the sake of time, I'll move on to the next free reading. So Lynx Lee, you wanted to know about Leo's feelings towards you. Let's take a look here. So Leo's feelings towards you. You got the Knight of Swords. So there is this, movement of thought and belief and mindset. And there is this kind of with this knight, swords are also communication, and you also have the King of Swords on the bottom. So both of the royals, the divine masculine royals of thinking. So there's a lot of thinking going on, so feelings, I feel like they go on pause, they play, they pause, they play, they pause. But I feel like there's, with this Knight of Swords, there's this energy of a desire. They're thinking about how they want to communicate and reach out to you next. So I feel like communication is in their thoughts and they are trying to figure things out, but they're trying to figure out how they can reach out without like caging themselves, if that makes sense. It's like they want communication, they want interaction, but they also don't want to have intentions, if that makes sense. Where they like, well, I don't want to have to say, well, why are you calling me? Why are you contacting me? Well, I just want to chat. I just want to hang out. And you're like, but what's your motivation? They just don't want any of that. They don't want to have to commit to anything yet, if that makes sense. So this is kind of what's going on. They're figuring things out. They're like edging more toward taking action and reaching out with communication. So, this Leo, I tell you, Linksley, you're patient for sure. But that's what's coming in right now for you. So many blessings to you. All right, thank you, Mia. Let me give that donation some love here. Hello, hello. Good evening to you. You want to know if this job is finally coming soon outside of Italy? You can't wait for it. Well, it's the perfect timing always, right? Let's take a look here, see what does Spirit want you to know about this here. All right. What else? Well, right off the bat, I mean, you got the Fool card here, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure. So it is coming soon. And the overall energy on the bottom of the deck, you get the Sun card, which is victory. and abundance. So two powerful, um, major arcana cards, which does show that it's coming here. And let me see here. Wow, look at all this stuff. So you've got the 7 of Cups, which is kind of like emotional confusion, a lot of emotion, going all over the place. And the 4 of Cups is kind of them saying, this is emotional stability, like calm down. I like it because, you know, our we put out energy all the time, right? We have our mental energy we're putting out emotional energy, we're putting out our manifestation energy, we're putting out physical energy, right? And wherever we're focusing the most on is what we draw in. So, you've got the Ace of Cups and the magician here. And so this is right in what we're talking about here is if I focus on joy and celebration and the gratitude for that it's coming in the perfect timing, the perfect way, and I know it's going to happen, and I'm focusing my energy in that way, then that raises my love vibration and it draws in things faster, right? But if I'm focusing in on the craziness that's going on around me and all this other energy and drama, you know, then I'm asking for more drama because whatever I focus on is what, I'm telling the universe I want more of. We talk about a little kid going into a donut shop and pointing at the donuts they hate. They get a dozen of those donuts instead of pointing at what they love and what they want, then they get dozens of that instead. So there is this, energy here of focusing on joy and celebration, looking at that emotional stability coming in with the 4 of Cups, and looking at, if it's like I can't wait for it anymore. When there's desperation like that, that's lower vibrational energy. That means that there's something that we're in fight or flight mode because we're trying to run away from something. But the whole thing is like wherever we go, there we are. So if it feels like it's being delayed, it's because there's something that spirit really wants you to look at to leave behind when you go, not take it with you. And it's like I've had friends that are going like, every job that they go to, they feel unappreciated at, and they go like, "Wow, I feel unappreciated there." And they didn't appreciate me, and I went to this other one. I thought, "Wow, they're going to be different, but they don't appreciate me." And I'm like, and that's when I would tell them because wherever you go, there you are. And your job, along with all our other relationships, reflect back to us what we want to see about ourselves. And so, with that friend, I go, "Look at how you don't appreciate yourself." And that was, like, huge for them. It was like, "Oh my god, that is so true." And as soon as they started looking at how they could appreciate themselves and transform where they didn't appreciate themselves, the outside world magically changed. Promotions, bonuses, things like that, where suddenly they were appreciated. And it's amazing, with all of that. So, hopefully that helps. I do feel like it's soon. Um, just, kind of look at what is making it so much of a I can't wait for it, kind of energy, and then go, okay, you know what? It is this thing. It's I can't stand these people the way they act, and like, well, what mirror are they showing you about yourself? In what way are they reflecting to you? Or is the job not treating you a certain way? Or is the you don't like the country or the city or whatever? It's like, why don't I? And what's at the root of it, right? Yeah. But it's also being aware. If something keeps taking you back, it's like I was just talking a little bit ago, if something's like going, "Hey, hey, hey, hey," it's our little inner child trying to get our attention going, "Hey, hey, hey, I've been carrying this for a very long time. I'd like to let it go. Can we look at this?" And it'll keep bringing it up, and it'll get louder and louder, "Mom," if you ever see, like, children who parents have learned to zone them out and they have to like scream, to get that attention. So that's what's coming in there for you, Mia. And thank you again for your donation. All right. And Kat, thank you so much for your donation and your sticker here. Really appreciate that. Very good. And let's see here. Nice. Okay, looks like okay, so you retract. Oh, there you go. So you want any guidance or messages from your spirit guides? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and we'll see what they have. Let me just shuffle these up here. Get some little fresh energy and take a quick sip here too. All right. So let's see here. What guidance or messages from spirit? What do they want you to know right now? For cat. All right. So I want that, and I want those, and those. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Well, I like the energy on the bottom of the deck. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which there is this. It's the energy of the fullness of life. Seems to be the theme. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. You like that? See what all these cards are here. All right. Yeah. So, of course, we start off here with temperance, which is all about balance and trusting the process and that things do unfold. Usually there's magic going back and forth between the two cups, which is trusting the process and trusting that things are moving, things are making progression. It's just because you're with yourself, sometimes it feels like the outside world is not moving fast enough, right? Just feels like it's dragging its feet, and you don't feel like um like you're making sometimes you might even feel like you're going in circles, but we're going up a spiral. And so the view almost looks the same, but we're a floor up. Like if you closed your eyes and someone took you up 3 floors and then you looked, you'd be like, whoa, look how far we've gone. But because you're with yourself every moment, you don't realize the progress that's been being made in your life. And I like that. They are saying that, and I feel like you have been patient. The page of Pentacles is coming in here next, which is um, new opportunities that are coming up here in the outside world that will be opening up for you. And so it's kind of like this little hope message of, yeah, it's coming, it's a coming. Keep going, keep, stepping forward. You also have the Nine of Swords and the Strength card coming in. And the Nine of Swords is nine is an ending number. 10 of Swords is like you just have had it with trying to live up to a lot of people's expectations. And I feel like you're at this point because it's the Nightmare and Insomnia card with a lot of things on our mind of why do I want all this stuff? Why do I want these different things to come in? And I'm ready to, you know, put it, out with the trash. I'm ready to move forward into something more in alignment here with your higher self. Here's your human, here's your higher self with the infinity symbol. And there's this communication going on here, this clarity that's coming in around these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And that's part of why things slow down at times in our lives too, because we're like, that's what I want, that's what I want. And it's like, that's not really what we want. It's what we've been told and convinced that we want. But the high heart, which is this is the communication with your higher self, is going, there's something more um, that's below in your heart that wants to be expressed and that you want to leave a mark on the world and how your heart wants to be expressed with that, right? Because you also have the high priestess coming in, which is a lot like the strength card, because this is the high priestess goes, she steps away, communicates with spirit, goes behind the veil, dives deep into her emotions, and that's where the hidden is revealed. And so spending time making sure you're stepping away from the rat race, that's funny, the cat, right? The cat gets to step back from the rat and really look at what it is that is bouncing around down there that you really want to do, because you also have here the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. And the Ace of Cups is like represents in this, with all these other cards, your desire, your true desire, what will fill your cup? What do you truly want to express in your life? And the Page of Wands is like a new spark that comes in here for you too. And so I feel like there's progression, things are coming, new opportunities are coming. And some of the opportunities that are coming, I feel like you get like a couple at the same time, and you're like, well, this would be like what I've been taught my brain wants, but your heart is going, but look at that. We want to go that way. And you also have the Hermit card and the Queen of Cups at the bottom, and the Queen of Wands too. So all of this energy on the bottom of the deck, uh, these are all about, the Hermit steps away to connect with spirit. That's what's in the Lantern, and the Queen of Cups is like the High Priestess. She dives deep into the emotions. Queen of Wands also connects with her spiritual energy. And so all of this is about taking some steps away to really communicate with spirit and your higher self to go, what is it that I truly want, in my life? Because, if we, this 10 of Pentacles is this, we're taught a lot as humans. What does it mean to have a full life in the outside world? Well, here's the long list. And it's like, ugh, it's like our heart isn't in it because it's in our mind, right? It's all these opinions we've been given all our lives. You even have the Two of Wands on the bottom, which is the power of where you want to invest your energy and what you're wanting to do. So I feel like this, message from Spirit is really about this is the year of for you, 2024, and you're realizing, all right, I've been living a lot of my life for everyone else. And what about me? When is it my turn? And it's like, it is your turn. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. You get to choose what you're wanting to do and what truly makes your heart happy, what makes your heart sing, and what, has that, type of draw that comes in there. So I like that for you. Um, yeah, and I don't have anything else there. So that is what they're looking at right now, for you. Absolutely. So hopefully that gave you some guidance and what's going on in your life today. So I like that for you, Kat. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And let me just take a look here. I don't have any other donations, so we'll return back. No, Zane, you haven't. We haven't done yours yet. I was completing some donations. So I'll be headed back up top and be working my way back down. All right. So we had left off with Pinky for the free reading. So Pinky, you are up next. And again, I'll be on for about another hour. But if anyone wants their reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I will do it next and dive deeper into it too. Otherwise, it's just one or two cards was what I pull for the free readings. All right. So Pinky, the person on your mind's feelings towards the new lady S. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. Well, we do have the Ace of Cups here, so there is some emotion that's bubbling below the surface here. But this Five of Pentacles, this feeling of lack, of being left behind, abandonment, this is going to stand in the way of that. So even though that's there, it's like psh, it won't be shown. It won't be expressed because I feel like the person on your mind has like low self-esteem, low self-worth, a lot of stuff left over from earlier childhood of feeling left behind, abandoned, not good enough. Those things bubbling below the surface that might not even be conscious of. It's just like, wow, they're really cool, but oh well, it's that kind of attitude that comes in there with that Pinky. So I feel like there is emotion there, but it's going to take a lot to get past that barrier of these beliefs around lack that comes in there. So that's what they have for you, Pinky Pinky. So many blessings to you. And Cutie, you are up next. So you want to know Pisces thoughts towards you. I like the little emoticon there. Let's take a look here. So, what are Pisces' thoughts towards you? All right. We've got this energy. I mean, we got the full card and we've got the King of Pentacles there. There we go. A little better there. The full card is this energy of, wanting, it's like a little kid that doesn't have any rules, if that makes sense. It's a full card is like a brand new journey of the world. Anything is possible, and I don't have anyone telling me no yet. And I like this. They just want to be able to go and enjoy and have this full life. And the King of Pentacles is this, fullness of the outside world, with that coming in there. And um and so I just feel like there's this energy of I want a full life, but I don't want to have commitments and restrictions and because they don't want expectations because they don't want to disappoint people. And I feel like they just feel like they're in this place in their life where they're building their kingdom in a way, in the outside world, physically, in the physical world. And so they're looking for this adventure, but not any rules. Like they don't want a big itinerary for a vacation. They just want to go and have fun and see where things lead, right? And this is the kind of thoughts that are coming in here is like they don't want anything particular. They don't have intentions identified. They just want fullness of life and the freedom to be themselves without being a disappointment or excuse me, disappointing others. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in right now for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And Jean, thank you so much for the reminder about the thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. That does help my channel grow. It helps spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami, something everyone can do for free. So thank you for that. And thank you for the reminder, Jean. And I don't. Okay. And it looks like you have a question further on down below. So we'll get there here soon. All right. And then Anusri, you are up next here. All right. And you want to know Aquarius's energy towards you. All right, let's take a look here. What is going on with Aquarius? What is happening with Aquarius? Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius's energy, and it's very much this about being true to their authentic selves. They are the rebels of, the zodiac. And so they do have this energy of, I got to be me. So that's the kind of energy is don't change me. Don't try to change me energy first. They have the 10 of wands. And so there is a little bit here of, they've got like this a lot of energy being invested, and they feel like there's a lot of this energy being invested emotionally here. So I feel like, Aquarians, they're air signs, they're water bears, they can really contain their emotions. And it's interesting here because I feel like they are um, seeing you from this perspective. I feel like you are maybe you're a water sign or you have a lot of water in your chart. You're a huge heart with a lot of emotion. And in comparison, that's what they were like, wow, you invest so much energy into your emotions. And that's the kind of the energy that they have here. They're like kind of like they want to be off here being their little compartmentalized emotions. And I almost feel like there's a lot of emotion being expressed from you. And they just feel like that's taken a lot of their emotional energy. And this is what's coming in right now here. It just feels like they're, you know, not that they're judging, but they're just like, that's a bit much for me. That's a lot of emotion and I'm not used to that. And that's the kind of thing. And they're kind of like, if you feel like they've pulled back, I feel like that's this energy. What they're looking at here is like, they're just like, okay, I need to kind of recharge because that I'm not used to having this much emotional energy being expressed or being around this much emotional energy. And you're like, this is where I live and swim. It's like if you're a Pisces, you know, they swim in emotion and they're look like, well, this is where I'm all the time. and the a bird that flies but can dive into water. It goes, yeah, but I can't stay under here all the time. I got to go get some air. And that's what I feel like they're doing is you're a fish and I'm a bird and I normally fly and I'm in the air, thinking and up here. I can dive into the emotion, but they're like, I can't live down here. I'll drown. So I got to have some air. And that's the kind of energy I feel right now at New Street. That's interesting. The analogy, but that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And then angel blessings, you are up. So any significant relationship coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Let's give these a shuffle here. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling. It's really loud. I'm like, I wasn't hungry to eat breakfast, but now my stomach's going, I'm hungry. We're like, shh, shh, we got stuff to do. Spirit is speaking. Don't speak over top of him. All right. So any significant relationship coming towards you. The only card that came out here is the Eight of Cups, which the Eight of Cups is it is a message that love is coming towards you, but there's this Eight of Cups energy that has to be dealt with first, which is leaving behind emotions that don't serve you anymore, relationships, friendships. It's like they're saying here, it's time for you to open up emotional space. You have so much emotional energy that we have, and it's like if you're working two full-time jobs, you're just like, well, I want another job, and it's like, well, you don't have the energy to be able to work a third job. You got to get rid of something to make space for it. This is the kind of energy that's coming in. Is it's like we need to release some emotional energy that are maintaining old emotions that no longer serve you, and then also some relationships and friendships and interactions that really they um you invest a lot of energy in these consistently, but you don't get a whole lot back. It's like you're cleaning house, cleaning emotional house, making space, getting rid of emotional furniture to allow new emotional furniture to come in. And that's so a significant relationship needs the space to do that. So the emotions that are below the surface that you're maintaining, it takes emotional energy. And when you release those and transform them, that energy comes back to you and creates that space. So that's what's coming in angel blessings. It's like they're saying, time to get rid of that old, junky emotional furniture. So that the new furniture, the brand new, spanking new, awesome furniture, you have space for it. So that's what's coming in. Many blessings to you. And then Goldie, you want to know, is anyone manifesting you? All right. Or manifesting a relationship. Because, of course, we are not something that gets manifested. We are not an object. We are a soul. And so um, we are manifesting by our energy. Other people are manifesting. So really your question is there a relationship that's meant for you to come towards you, right? You got the 10 of Cups, which is a yes. This is emotional fulfillment, equal emotions on both sides coming in. And so there is this energy coming in. You have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too, which represents you being true to your authentic self. So how you manifest this person and how they manifest you, how you guys come together is really what we're talking about. Is how do we draw each other to each other and how do we do it faster, right? And it's about raising our own love vibration. It's not, focusing on I'm missing, I don't have the person in my life, I don't have the person in my life, I don't have the person in my life. Because when I'm focusing my energy on that, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy not having this person in my life. Can you draw it out? Can you delay them coming in? Because I'm really enjoying the slow torture, right? But when you start focusing on gratitude, going, I trust you, Creator, you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect time in the perfect way. And while we're waiting, I'm going to work on me, being true to my authentic self. I'm going to do the things I love. Because I feel like with that Three of Pentacles, it really was this little hint that when you do what you love, then you find someone that loves what you love and you end up loving each other. So if you have something that really interests you that you enjoy doing, um, painting, pottery, hiking, volunteering at, a soup kitchen, whatever it is, you meet someone who has that same passion, and you're like, hey, and so your pursuit and your passion is not finding a mate. Your passion is living the things that make your heart feel full, and you find another individual who has those same passions. That's something you share, but then you love doing it together. So that's what's coming in there, Goldie. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. And so, Magana, you are up next. Hi. So, will TS and YS come to initiate a conversation in the near future? They are not my cousins, just classmates. Oh, they are each other's cousins. Oh, I get you. So they're cousins to each other. I thought you were saying they were your cousins. So let's take a look here and see, will they initiate a conversation in the future? So they're looking at you and you're like, why do they want to know? But I definitely, we've got the hanged man. So I feel like TS will hang out and wait. But I feel like YS, you got the Empress, which is, newness and new birth and all that. So I feel like TS is going to kind of hang back. YS, I feel, will be the one that will step forward. Two major arcana, so I feel like they are important friendships here. But and I feel like TS is kind of I want to check things out and get to know things. I think they were the mental one, and YS was the emotional one. And I feel like YS will be like, "Hey, da 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 da." They're really you know, the other. I feel like TS is kind of like more mental in a way. But so that's what's coming in there, Magana. In the near future, like I said, the hanged man is delay, patience, transformation, checking things out, seeing things from a higher perspective. But the Empress is a new birth, and so that they'll do that sooner than the other. How fast? I feel like in the next 2 to 4 weeks, I feel like they're getting used to class and getting used to getting, they're just kind of getting back into their routine kind of feeling that's coming in here. Um, So I feel like maybe within the next 2 weeks, if not like before before Valentine's Day. That's funny, but don't expect a Valentine. All right, so that's what's coming in, Magana. All right, continue moving down the list here. All righty. So, goddess, angelic vibes, 1111. You'd like some spirit guidance. All right, let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, you got the 5 of Pentacles that's coming out here. And then on the energy on the bottom of the deck, wow, yeah, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Pentacles. So both of this, the 10 and the 10 here, great cards to have here. And I like the 5 of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying that there's this abundance that you're looking at, these beliefs around lack and having enough are really coming to the forefront for you right now. And the 5 of Pentacles, being the 5, is a number of change and transformation that comes in. It goes from, the reason why we feel like lack and abandonment, left behind, blah blah blah, the fears around lack is because we've experienced it from humans. We're taught, depend on them for your sustenance, and then they let you down. But when we realize, this transformation is returning inward and upward. Normally, there's people walking in front of a church, and you see the stained glass windows is the 5 pentacles, and that's pointing you to the heavens, to the creator, to the universe, that they're the ones that really bring us our sustenance in each moment. Obviously, they've brought us everything we've always needed, or we wouldn't be alive right now. So we can build up this trusting relationship with spirit that we deserve it, and our foundation isn't on the humans and the stuff of the outside world, because that's unstable and fickle. As soon as a human feels unsafe or out of control, their little inner child, whoop, alarms go off. They will take all that support back for survival mode. And then once they feel safe again, then maybe they'll give again. But that abandonment, that lack that we experience is because of other humans going into fear. Well, spirit doesn't fear. They don't have anything to fear. They have endless resources. They they want to give us more than when we just what we need as well. But a lot of times our energies are the one that is saying, no, I don't deserve this. I'm holding back. I'm keeping things away. There's a great um, video that Spirit had me do in my Take 10 with Zen series. In fact, let me grab it here for anyone that is interested. Here is, yeah, it's these ones right here. So it's my Take 10 with Zen playlist. Here's the playlist. And well, let me put some in between there so it'll work there. But it talks about how to um, change this out of balance, giving and receiving, these feelings of lack, and it allows these barriers to come down to allow things to come in. Because then when we realize I am worthy and the creator does love me and does want to bring me things, but it's me that keeps things from going, no, I don't deserve that. No, no, no. And like, no, really, you can have another ice cream. And you're like, no, I don't deserve it. And they're like, no, but I want to give it to you. And you're like, no, I don't deserve that. And they're like, trust me, I know you deserve it. I want to give it to you. But it's convincing ourselves that we deserve it. And that those two videos talk about our energy and the Six of Pentacles, which comes right after the Five of Pentacles, which is learning that, balancing that. So I feel like that's what they want you to kind of look at right now, because you do have the ability to have so much abundance come in. And this is the time that they're bringing it up for you to release you from those old ways of thinking there. So that's what's coming in. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Very cool. All right, very good. Okay, thank you guys for answering Kritika there. Yeah, I did complete yours a while ago. So thank you guys. All right, so Aditi, you are up next. So will this relationship have a positive outcome coming 3 months? Current person. All right, let's take a look here. So current person, will this relationship have a positive outcome? All right, let's see what we got here. You know, there's a lot of thinking going on here. You got the Page of Swords and the Eight of Swords. And I would consider this a positive outcome in that you really, with this Page of Swords, are realizing a lot of your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets around relationship don't serve you anymore. And this Eight of Swords is that you're becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, that used to make you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And so I feel like you learn a lot about yourself through this relationship, because you're going, why do I want that? So triggers are popping up. You're learning as you go through this relationship, and you're like, okay, yeah, why do I fear that? Why do I think that has to happen? A lot of supposed tos, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts that don't happen when you realize, why is that upsetting me? And who says that that's the way it needs to be? You have this freedom that comes through here. So you definitely have clarity coming in around relationship with what with what you're wanting to experience here. um and I feel like that's a positive outcome. Are you guys still together in 3 months? that would be something else, right? That'd be another question. But this you wanted to know, will it have a positive outcome? And this is what Spirit is saying is like they consider that a positive outcome because you have a lot of freedom on the other side of it, really understanding your worth a lot more. To me, that's kind of like a, you know, an under kind of a little like not so it's like a subtle way. That's what I was trying to say. It's like a subtle way of saying, yeah, you realize what you want and what you don't want. And I feel like by the time, the 3 months comes, you're like, you've learned a lot about yourself. And you also have learned a lot of what you don't want. And you're like, yeah, I feel like you make a decision though. I don't feel like, things are coming towards, like they're ending things or whatever. I feel like you're going, you know what? I'm okay. So that's what kind of energy I feel through all that at DT. But I feel like it is a positive outcome for you because it's such an important thing for you to release a lot of this stuff that's coming in. All right. So very good for you. Many blessings to you, DT. And then Charming and Jushri Dubey. Anything about your forever person so that you can recognize them. It's all about the journey and the scavenger hunt. It's all about the surprise. I know our human would be like, I want a picture and a dossier and background check. And just tell me who it's going to be, when I'm going to meet him and where. And I want pictures, right? But that's like, the other side, we don't get to experience the unfolding, the mystery, the adventure of discovering who they are. Over there, we know everything right away. We just want to know something, we know it. We're connected to the all knowingness of Creator, right? But down here, we get to experience the mystery. So that's why they kind of, um, are mysterious about stuff and don't give us everything all at once. And you have the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords here. And so it's actually going to be here. The Queen of Swords, she has that Ace of Swords, which allows her to cut away all these Ten of Swords, which are all the expectations. And I feel like they're going to be so not your regular type, not the person that you've been thinking they're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. This list of, okay, here's the list of who I want them to be. And Spirit is like, well, your forever person, meaning the person you'll be with the rest of your life in this lifetime. Because we don't have relationships like we do down here on the other side. We're all one. We don't have this division. We are all one huge sea. So we don't need to, have that type of partnership. But down here, we want to experience that duality. We need another puppet to be able to do stuff so we can experience stuff of feeling like things are being done to us and for us and that kind of thing. So I just feel like of those cards, the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords is like they're going to be someone completely off of your list because they're cutting the list, they're chopping it up, going, "Where's your list?" And they're putting it in the shredder. They're like, nope, they're going to be totally different than anyone you've ever been interested in or thought would be who you'd be like having this deep relationship with. So I like that for you, Charming. Yay, exciting, right? So you're like, how do I recognize them? By them being totally someone I wouldn't be, you know, interested in before. So that's what they have. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. So, and Jean, you are up. Thank you, Jean, for answering all those questions and you guys helping each other out. I appreciate that. Hello, love. And you want to ask, what is Virgo's energies towards you and your connection and what the underlying energies are? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so what's going on with this Virgo's connection here? All right. All right, well, the energy on the bottom of the deck we've got is the Hierophant, which, makes total sense with them because, it's the number 5. They're going through these changes. They even got the Death card on the bottom, going through this rebirth and this transformation. they're really trying to figure out in their own life the capital T truths of who am I? What do I want? Well, I don't know. I just feel like they're in this, kind of um, transformation. Even got the Five of Pentacles and the Moon card, which is the unseen and the deep below the surface kind of stuff coming in here. Five of Pentacles, there's this transformation of their worth and feelings of abandonment, feelings of being left behind, and feelings of lack. And but these fives coming in here is this transformation of their worth and how they see themselves. But it's requiring them to really get below the surface there with that moon and those emotional energies coming in there. So I feel like when we're asking what are their energies towards you and your connection, I feel like they're, of course, Virgos like to super analyze. It's one of their gifts. Sometimes they might feel like it's a curse, but they are just trying to understand things and dive deep and what's unknown, what I got to look at. I got to look at the stuff. Why do I feel this way? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And I feel like they're really caught up in themselves and what they're wanting in life, and so that's why they've got all this calling into trying to figure out who they are. And when they're doing that, they they're just looking at their interactions with other people as data. That's funny. But they're looking at it going, all right. And I kind of feel like they've shut down emotions, shut down energies, um, because before they invest more into all the stuff, I feel like they're doing an analysis, like analysis paralysis, right? As they say, of where am I investing all my energy and where do I want it to go and what's my 10-year plan and blah, 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 blah. I just feel like there's all of that kind of thinking going on in their life, which is making it very difficult for any of it to get outside of like themselves. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's what I feel is coming in there. So enjoy the Virgo. And that's what happens, and like I said, Virgos, no offense to any Virgos, because it is a gift when you're in your higher vibration, in the higher spectrum of Virgo energy. Wow, can get so much done, really analyze. They make great, people who do analytics for companies and countries and all this because they're able to see so much. But when they're in the lower vibration, lower expression of their energy, it is analysis paralysis. They get so caught up in details and data that they're just, going in circles. And because I need more data, I need more data, I need more data. And it's like, you're not going to ever have 100% of all the data you need. And at some point you have to go like, okay, I've got what I need to make a decision. I can't keep collecting information. Right. And I feel like that's where they're at on the lower side right now. All right, so that's what they got for you, Jean Jean. Thank you again for all your assistance. Absolutely. All right. And Kimberly Junius, you are up next. So Marshall's current feelings for you. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with Marshall's feelings for you. Of course, when we ask someone's feelings for us, may not have anything to do with us because all that's happening inside of them. But we'll take a look here. Yeah. So on one hand, the Four of Pentacles, there's this, it kind of goes back and forth between the two, because the Four of Pentacles is this feeling of home and security in the outside world. And so in one moment, they're feeling safe and secure, and they feel like this feels like home. And then the fear kicks in with the Three of Swords because past pains, past disappointments and things kick in, not necessarily with you, but just in their life. And so when they start to feel safe, like their past has this, when's the other foot gonna drop? And then like, all right, this feels too good. This feels too secure. I don't know about this. And I just feel like they go back and forth with their emotions here. So it depends on the moment with their feelings. At one moment they feel very at home and they're like, this is cool. I like this. It feels, a solid foundation in the outside world. But then the fear kicks into their mind based on you know, past things going, you know what happened last 5 times things felt good, then the other foot came down and squashed you. And so this is a kind of energy that's going back and forth within them right now, Kimberly. And like I said, it may or may not have anything to do with anything you're doing at all because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So all this stuff going on inside of them, they're like, you may not be doing anything that you feel would ignite fear, but it could be that just that when things are going good, they fear it ending because it always does in their past. This is a belief they have, and so it's expressed that way. So hopefully that makes sense, Kimberly, but that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And Kritika Mahotra. Hi. So what's coming in for love for you? Single. The connection with Arnav is super slow. All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got coming in here. What is coming in for you for love? Yeah. Dun 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 dun. You got the death card and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is you. It's your fiery energy, you choosing, you moving forward, you whatever you focus on, you can make happen. And, I feel like with this death card, there's this rebirth, endings and beginnings. And I feel like what you're willing to wait for and what you're not. And why are you waiting? If you're like, it's super slow and they're not moving at a speed here, this energy that comes in here is so sassy, but I feel like it's so you, Kritika, with not knowing you, but I feel like it is. Spirit knows all, right? That you're like, you know what? If you don't realize that of me for what I am, and you're not taking action, then you're not smart enough to be with me. Because if you were smart, you would see, whoa, look at this catch. I am like everything anyone would want. You have a great mind, you have a great heart, you have your beauty, you have drive and ambition, you have humor. I mean, you're like, I'm the full package, right? And you're just like, well, if you don't see it, then bye, death and rebirth. I'm going to step forward and live my life, and the right person will recognize it, and they will be like, "Oh my God, why are you single?" And that's what I feel is coming in here for you, and you get to move forward. So I like it for you, Kritika, but that is holding you back right now. All right. So very many blessings to you. Sassy, sassy. All right. So many blessings. And then Grumbeat, you are up. Hello. You'd like to ask, what does the nearest future hold for you in terms of love? Sure. Let's take a look here. See what we've got here. All right. So what does the future hold here? All right. So you do have here the King of Cups, which is a balance between heart and mind. And you even have here, sorry for the glare here, you even have here the Page of Swords, which is new thought, new belief, new mindset that comes in as well. And so the what's impacting your love for the future here has to do with your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around what love has to be, should be, need to be, have to be. This Ace of Swords allows you to cut away these beliefs that, popular opinions that have been, in your head because, we can get so inundated with, you know, TV and watching relationships and whatever growing up as children that we get this long list of rules of like, how do you meet someone? Who is someone supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be? How is a relationship supposed to go? How does it blah, 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 blah? All this rules, right? And even some of them are contradictory because we're getting information from all these different sources. So we're very confused about what love is and how it's supposed to come in because we have the supposed to's of opinion of the past that we took on as our own. And so this Page of Swords and the King of Cups is balancing this mindset of what love is supposed to be and everything, allowing the heart to come in, seeing things from a higher place of unconditional love, and it allows you to move forward. It allows, things to progress faster, because when we have a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, we get down to this very thin road telling creator, I need this person in this way in this timing. And they're like, sorry, that person's on that situation, that very small line is on back order for 1,000 years. But if we clear away some of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, we open the path, and there's more opportunities for things to ship much sooner than 1,000 years. So right now, Spirit is just basically saying, with love for the future, if we continue to do what we've always done, we're going to get what we've always gotten. But you're questioning, you're entering this period of questioning, and especially as Aquarius season comes in, Pluto's going into Aquarius, you're questioning a lot of the old ways of thinking and creating new ways, releasing yourself, and it's like opens up opportunities. Your vibrations rising, and you're going to draw in a different type of love as you do that. Otherwise, things kind of get drawn going slower with lower vibrational energy, and eventually you draw in lower vibrational people and relationships, and those end lower vibrationally, right? But as you raise your love vibration, you draw in, and it speeds up things too. So that's what's coming in there for you, Grumbeat. So hopefully that makes sense. But many blessings to you. That's what Spirit has for you. All right. And so Anya Ahuya, you are up next. So does the Taurus and Capricorn know what school that you're going to? All right, let's take a look here. Do they know what school you're going to here? With the Ace of Cups and the Page of Swords, I don't feel like they do, because the these are all about newness, new, and so it's not like known type of stuff here. So I don't feel like they know what school you're going to. I feel like um they're just like, I don't know. It's like it's a lot of unknown energy with those coming in there, Anya. So I don't feel like they do with those two cards. All right. Neither of them. So there you go. Many blessings to you. All right. So continue. You're welcome, Grumbeat. You're Aquarius yourself. Hey, I'm an Aquarius too. At least an Aquarius sun. I'm pretty much Pisces, most other stuff. But all right. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely do a super chat. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be on for about 20 more minutes or so. So we're kind of getting semi towards the bottom here. I'm getting a lot of the free readings through here, so I may not come back on later this afternoon. We'll see how many we get down to here. All right. So Felicia Feng, hello, Felicia. Thank you so much for mentioning about liking and sharing and subscribing. I appreciate that. If you guys are enjoying the free readings, definitely give the video a thumbs up. It tells me you guys enjoy these and help spread the Zen love. So thank you so much for being part of that love tsunami. And you want a general for next week. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. So it looks like you're really working through and questioning a lot of these fears here. I like when we get the Nine of Swords, even though it's the insomnia nightmare card, and you have this conflicting Five of Swords, which is the battling kind of your heart and your mind and conflict of beliefs and trying to figure things out. The Nine of Swords is the ending card. 10 is the absolute endings and new beginnings, but 9 is toward the end where it's exhausted. There's this exhaustion that you're reaching, trying to live up to what everyone else is, wanting. And you're realizing, I don't have to please anyone except myself, right? You don't have to try to, exhaust yourself trying to live up to all those expectations and all the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, that come forward in life. And it's like, you don't have to do this. It's like there's this, freedom that comes, this energy that you get to release next week. And there's this mental freedom that comes in going, why am I trying to please all these people anyway? So a lot of freedom of thought and belief that comes in next week for you, and I like that for you. So you might be doing some journaling, some thinking, but you'll have opportunities that will shake up those things coming in there. So that's what we have. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, and Zane, we'll eventually get down to you, but if you want me to answer it quicker, a donation of any kind. No crying. There's no crying in tarot. Well, actually, there is, but not before you get your reading. All right. So, Shay B, you are up next. Will it be for your highest good if you pursue your connection with Anthony? I love the way you say that there. Let's see what we got here. All right. Wow, you definitely have you got both the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and you got the Five of Swords. So I do feel like it is very beneficial for you emotionally because you do discover this higher love and this heightened love. And the Five of Swords is a transformation of conflict too. So like anyone's a mirror, any relationship we have with any human, we all don't agree on everything. And the Five of Swords is like brings up this mirroring energy where it frees you because you're looking at some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about things, and there's this freedom that comes from it. But I love that Ace of Cups and Page of Cups because it shows you your self-love, it heightens takes you to a whole another level of connection and love too, and it allows you to let go of some beliefs that you have in your head that have been holding you back from these things too. So I like it for you, Shaby. Definitely a thumbs up for that one. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Happy Peel, you are up next. So will you meet your twin flame? Does he miss you? Or when will you meet? Sorry, when will you meet your twin flame? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about twin flame in this lifetime? And is he missing you? All right. So you have the Five of Pentacles here, and the Five of Pentacles is this belief of lack, of being left behind, of abandonment. And so the when has to do with how much work and energy you put into evaluating where these beliefs come from, where are they, where's this um, out of balance giving and receiving that's underneath the surface. The Six of Pentacles comes after this, which is the balancing out of our rate of exchange of I have to, our childhood teaches us I have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back. So we have this out of balance worth, this out of balance rate of exchange, and that needs to be looked at first. You even have the Justice card coming in here with the balancing. And I feel like they are, twin flames will be on um, parallel paths. And so I feel like they are, going through this feeling of lack and these feelings of missing and things just as you are. So some things that you can look at here. I'm going to put this for everyone. I posted this a little bit ago, which is the Take 10 with Zen. These are two things about fated relationships. And also, here's a great video that talks about it's a pick a card, but it has great information about soulmates, soul partners, and twin flame and messages from them too. So I feel like if you check those out, that'll give you some more information there as well. All right. So that is first. That is what has to happen first. So the when is in your hands. It could be, next month to 10 years from now. They're like, it's all in your hands, which is where you want it. All right. So many blessings to you, Happy Pill. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. All right. So Marie Jones, you are up next. So a love reading for the year. All right. And be sure to check out too. I did 2024 energy forecasts I posted it at the beginning section, the description box of this video too. And it's for each individual zodiac sign. It does cover love, career, money, and it breaks out the year into three separate sections of 4 months each, too, with some information. So be sure to check that out. Let's see. What does Spirit wants you to know about love for the year? All right. Will they give anyone? You have the Ace of Swords coming in. So you have a lot of clarity around love coming in this year. And this is about cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore around love, is a big piece of what's coming in here. You have the Six of Swords under the bottom and the Ten of Cups. So you do have this movement this year about how you think about love, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, from choppy waters to calmer waters. You might even have movement across bodies of water. You might go on vacation, visit someone across waters. But I just feel like this year, the love reading that they're looking at is saying that it's a year of seeing love from a completely different way. This Ace of Swords is so much clarity about what you want, what you don't want, and a lot of that coming in. So I like that for you. Just be sure to check out your 2024 energy forecast. I feel like you'll get more information on there as well. All right. So many blessings to you, Marie. They didn't want to do a whole lot more than that. So what are you going to do? All right. Mars, you are up. So a general reading for you. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit wants you to know right now? And you've got 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands. Wow. So you definitely have this new passion, this new interest, this new drive that comes in. And the 10 of Cups is this emotional overflowing. If you're looking for love, doing something that something new that you're passionate about, like a new hobby, a new interest, is where you have this ability to really meet someone that shares that same interest, but you also spark something between you where you feel this fullness of emotion, full and overflowing. So I like that for you, Mars. If you are, definitely looking for, if you're single looking for love, find what that passion is and go for it and go do it, because in doing it, that's where you meet someone that has that same passion, and the spark does happen between the two of you. So like that, there's a lot of that going on this year. Live your life and you find love for yourself, love for life, and love from other human beings as well. All right, so that's what's coming in for you, Mars. Many blessings to you. Yeah, so we're to Mizrak Bayin, a general reading for you as well. So let's take a look here. All right. So what is happening here? All right. We got two major arcana coming in here, and you do have this calling coming in. You have the Judgment card, which is your higher self, drawing you to this higher place in your life. And the Tower card is that in order for this to come to fruition, there's a lot of work that's being done in your life with things, people, situations being removed out of your life on purpose for a purpose. So as you see things starting to fall, as things get pulled out of your life, just know it's happening for you, and it doesn't have to feel like it's happening to you unless you want to experience that. We come here to feel the victimhood, so we can be like, oh, why is this happening to me? But when you're ready, you can go, okay, so now that I'm over that, why did I want this to happen for me? What's opening up in my life? What space is being created? What's next? And this is the kind of energy that's coming in. It is this energy of being called to something new by your higher self. So I like that. Right, that's what they have for you, Ms. Rack Bain. And then Miss Sweet Like Honey, you are up next here. Just take a look here. All right. Is there anything you need to know right now? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit feel you need to know right now? All right. Well, you got the Death card and the Page of Wands. It's a good combination because there's some significant ending and new beginning happening in your life, but it brings in a new passion for your life, either romantically, like a human, energetic, physical attraction, or a passion for life, something that has been taking up a lot of time, a lot of energy. And here is this movement and this energy. This it's like you're wherever all this energy was that you're investing in a lot of things. Things are ending, like they're coming to completion. You are ending some stuff too, going, why am I investing my energy in this stuff? And I feel like you're getting a lot of this energy back to you so that you can focus it in on what's important. Sometimes the urgent isn't necessarily important, right? And so the urgent things that you're like, why am I investing energy in that? You're really having this recalibration of what is your true north? What are you really wanting to do? And if things don't fit into that, you don't need to invest energy into them. So I feel like there's this recalibration that you're going through, both with emotional energy, mental energy, physical energy, your manifestation energy. And you're like, why, where am I investing? I feel like you're scattered with all this energy going everywhere. And you're like, all right, how did this happen? Which it happens. We start investing here and then we here, and then this person demands it and this person wants it. And we're like, okay, all this energy. And you're like, no, I'm super focusing. And so there's this refocus that's coming into your life right now. All right. So that's what they have for you, Miss Sweet Like Honey. Many blessings to you. All right. And I did get a donation. Come over here on the Cash app. All right. All right. And so was that you, Dijona? I have a couple die people, DAI people. So I just want to make sure I'm doing it for the right person here. So thank you. Okay, thank you. So you'd like an angel message? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And I feel like they want to give you a message from this divine guidance oracle, which is fractal imaging. So it's my spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see in the card is a special message for you. And then I'll read from the book too. So here is your card. I love all this pink. I kind of zeroed in so you can see it a little clearer there. Card number 13. And so the message is opening. Wow. And it says, your intuition and psychic connection is open and flowing, allowing you to access higher realms of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes when we receive guidance or information from these realms, it can be a bit confusing or unclear. There's a lot of information moving through your subconscious that your conscious mind has to process. Like, woo. It does get easier in time. And the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Just remember, this open connection is how you are naturally meant to operate. You are now in direct communication with other realities and your higher self. So, great confirmation from your angels that, yeah, you've been expanding your gifts and your energy, and it's been expanding. And some growing pains in that because sometimes you just get flooded and you're like, what the heck is all this? That can take time, especially when we get emotional messages, emotional energies. Sometimes it takes time for our brain to catch up and translate it. So just be patient with yourself as you're growing these abilities because they've been expanding and expanding and expanding. So I love this for you. So I like it. So that is what they have for you, Dijona. I love that message there for you. So definitely, you've got balancing your head and your heart with all that. So I love that confirmation there. Absolutely. Ms. Rec, by Ian, I did complete yours already. And let's see. Yeah, it was probably probably within the last 30 minutes too. All right. So that was that donation. And then we'd left off with Alexis. You would like a money reading. So money reading here. What does Spirit want you to know about the money, money, money? All right. Well, you know, good thing it was a money reading because you got the Ace of Pentacles, which means new opportunities, new abundance that's coming in for you, and the Queen of Pentacles, which is again new birth, abundance coming in here. So you definitely have this coming forward. It does have to do here too with um, being true to your authentic self, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, caring for you, putting yourself first in some energies here. And I had posted the Take 10 with Zen playlist, episodes 4 and 5, talk about fates and energy. The Six of Pentacles can also help you with realizing what is my rate of exchange, of what do I feel I have to give to receive? Is it equal 1 to 1? Consciously it might feel that way, but subconsciously do you feel like things have been keeping things away? Because you do have a great opportunity for a lot of abundance to come in here for you, but it does require you to kind of clear away some of these beliefs of lack and limiting beliefs. So if you check it out, I posted it a couple times in the chat. It's the Take 10 with Zen playlist, or if you go to my main page, um, it's at the very top. It's episodes 4 and 5. 5 is the one that talks about the Six of Pentacles, though. But a great opportunity for a lot of money. Just have to look at that belief system there, because that will determine how much uh, your inner child self will allow to come in. All right. All right, so that's what they have for you, Lexus. And Zane, we're up to you. Zane up. So you want to know about your past life, who you were, and what your past life connection in your present life. Absolutely. We can give you a little brief one here. Um, I do offer past life readings too. They're in the description box of the video down below. Um, if you want to, check that out here. I feel like here you were a bit of a romantic in a past life here. I mean, you've got the 9 and the 10 of cups here, so full and overflowing here, going back and forth between your heart and your mind. But I feel like you were very, very focused on emotion and romance. It's almost feels like whatever his name was. It was a very well-known lover in back in the golden ages or whatever. It's like that kind of energy of you were very much in love with romance, and it didn't matter. It's like it sounds bad, but it didn't matter who it was. You were able to romance, and a lot of the royals, a lot of the people were like, yeah, they would invite you to parties because you knew how to make them feel good about themselves, and then even physical stuff that would go in there. But I feel like there was this, you loved living life and uh helping people feel good about themselves, and I feel like there's some of that comes in here into this life, like there you maybe there's this underlying belief of, or this energy of, I'm in love with being in love, or I love the romance, and you'll do. It's not like you have this necessarily this huge um um you know list of who someone has to be. It's like, are they breathing? Am I attracted to them somewhat? You'll do. It's not like there's this very strict thing that has to happen in order for that to happen, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming through with that one right here too. So many blessings to you there, Zane. That's the fast, easy breezy lifetime past life. All right. Right, everybody. I am headed here in about a minute over to my praying mantis session. So that'll be my last free reading for this session. Let me see, how many do we have left here? All right. Well, we do have enough here. Well, let me grab some screenshots and I'll most likely come back on here. I'm going to go to my praying mantis session, and then I'm going to eat because I haven't eaten yet today and I want to pass out. Um, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I get these screenshots right here, not miss anyone. And so I'll come back on after that, and I will um, come back to this video and post a link to that session. And then if you, of course, you're a subscriber, to be able to put your request here in the chat. So just make sure your settings are set to notifications to all, and then you'll be notified when I come back on as well. And then once I complete that, in the description box of that video, I'll pin the order in which I completed those readings. I'm not going to have like a ton like I normally do, because we were able to get through a lot, but I will come back on because there's still enough here that I do want to make sure that I can get to you guys. And I will be back tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So be sure to stop by if you are in the neighborhood. And for those of you that missed it at the beginning, just to make sure, I do have, here's the 2024 energy forecast that you can check out. It gives a career, money, and love. There's also a solstice reading here. Pick a card that has a second portion with a lot of information on it. And then also Capricorn season. So here's 3 great pick a cards. Happy birthday to Capricorns. There's a special bonus reading in there for you guys. And also, if you're interested in a meditation with a pick a card attached to it, this was a great one, the first one for this year. And also Capricorn new moon alert that came out. We had a new moon a couple of days ago, but you can still take advantage of new moon wishes there. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading, a past life reading, also birthday readings are on sale. They had just introduced them. They're 50% off until the end of January. But all the other information of the services I offer are in the description box of the video. So if you want to expand, go deeper into things, you can check it out. All right, everybody, I am out of here. Just remember that, first of all, I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for all the thumbs up. It does help out my channel. And just know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you truly are unconditionally, eternally loved by the mother and father of all things, our creator, the universe, our posse, all that spirit world. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love. You hang in there. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. You guys take care.